So we just got patch notes yesterday, and I was a little busy, so I wasn't able to bring them to you yesterday. So instead, I want to bring it to you today. And I'm going to tell you in the upfront, there's actually been some nerfs that have come to some of the classes. And it also is a little interesting that there's no, as of the time of this recording, which is, well, the day before you see it, no word on the new class. Let's get straight to it. So this is the patch notes. So take heed of the shadows in treacherous reflection. So this is the new sneak peek of the new cosmetic for the battle pass, which looks very assassin-y, raven-y, looks sick. Honestly, I'm actually a big fan of this. And that's subjective. Obviously there's people that are going to love it, people that are going to hate it, but I'm actually a big fan. So with this, it looks like the patch will come out for most people on the 8th, May 8th, and then which is tomorrow by the time you see this. And then everyone else will get it today in the Oceania, China, East Asia server. So first things first is the battle pass. We'll do a quick preview. Oh, that was loud. So the only thing that kind of jumps out to me is that the Blood Knight is giving me like Splinter vibes from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But let me know what you think. I just got a notification from Twitter, so we'll cover that because it's actually Diablo Immortal related. So you guys are going to see this all at the same time. Okay, so again, new Battle Pass will start May 9th and run through June 26th. Tower War Season 2 will come out. This is the PvP that's just like the Accursed Tower PvP, but it'll offset the same time of normal BGs, so that way you can always PvP. Essentially, it has its own ranking. In basically TLDR, it says that it'll run from May 8th to June 3rd, and they made some optimizations to the matchmaking, so which is pretty cool to see. New limited time event, Swirling Winds. Now, this is the only mention of the new class, at least up until I got this tweet that we'll cover here in a little bit. But yeah, so this is we are assuming to be the sneak peek of, or the lead up event of the new class coming to the game. You know, got Swirling Winds, which is, you know, hinting at like sort of a tornado-esque. It's raining. Like, this is all very tempesty. So Tempest, it's time. Let's go. So again, this will be running from May 16th to May 27th. Does this mean anything in particular as to when we will get the Tempest? I don't know. If it did, and it ran in tandem to like what it did for the Blood Knight, that would lead me to think that we could be getting the Tempest as early as the end of May. Because last time we had an event that was sort of leading up, or like a sneak peek event, well, the rewards ended right as the Blood Knight came out, and then it still lasted for a few more days for people to sort of catch up. So it could, I'm not saying it is, at least as of the time of this video, and before I look at this tweet, it has not been announced as to when the Tempest will be coming out. So this would lead me to believe at the earliest May 24th, but maybe it is still June, which is around the 2-year anniversary. Either way, I'm hyped. And then rewards are available in-game for the 17th, 19th, and 23rd. And then you have to be level 30 to partake. New events center cycle, so you will get new rewards. They're just changing out the cycle, so it'll be from May 17th to June 18th, which is pretty cool. Looks like there's a new portal available as well, which is, again, it's free stuff for just doing the events, which in my case, I don't do all the events sometimes. Like sometimes I straight up skip like Wild Brawl if I don't have time to do it. I love Wild Brawl, but I don't always have time to do it. So for that reason, it's sort of nice to be able to be like, oh yeah, cool, I need to do this to get the rewards. Either way, returning events, so Trial of the Warriors coming back, which is a pretty good one. Again, just doing bounties and stuff or killing elite monsters gives you set gear as well as randomly legendary items, which is perfect for a new class. Wild Brawl's coming back, Survivor's Bane's coming back, Alley of Blood, all the normal events that we have come to love and appreciate. Shady Stock is also coming back. Same with All Clans on Deck. Featured update. Now, this is the whole point of the video because there are class adjustments, but from what I have been told, this is a straight up nerf to both the Blood Knight and the Barbarian. So let's go ahead and look at this. The following adjustments have been made to the following class skills across Diablo Immortal. Barbarian. Heartless Terror, Demoralize can now be used while affected by knockback or control effects. Burst explosion effects should no longer follow the character. Okay. Hammer of the Ancients baseline. Point of impact has been moved slightly back to accommodate visual effects. Note that this will also apply to Hammer of the Ancients inscriptions using the same effects. Makes sense. Bitter Wind. Radius is increased. This is a buff from 2 to 2.5 meters. Visual effects have been adjusted accordingly. Same with all these whirlwind ones are going from 2 to 2.5, which is an increase in radius to the whirlwind spinning to win. Wrath of Berserker cooldown between retaliations reduced from 0.8 to 0.5 seconds. Damage increased to 22. So that's actually a buff to the Barbarian. What are people talking about? Blood Knight. Umbral Lance cooldown reduced from 9 to 6 seconds. That's a buff. Damage increased. That's a buff. Damage increased from Whirling Strike again, and Blast Effect now occurs sooner. Okay. Damage reduction per stack reduced from 5 to 4. Okay, so that's a slight nerf. Swarm of Bats, amount healed as a percentage of damage dealt has been reduced across all mastery levels. This is a bit of a nerf, but again, this is one that like a lot of people use for healing. So that is a nerf. Overall, it's a pretty decent nerf to Blood Knight. It is sort of probably bringing it more in line with other classes. So I don't disagree with it. It looks like Umbral Lance and Whirling Strike's damage has been increased, but the damage reduction that you get from Whirling Strike, which again makes sense, as well as the healing you get from Swarm of Bats, has been nerfed. Now Crusader, maybe this was the one that people were talking about. Voyage Remorse Spinning Shield cooldown reduced from 9 to 6 seconds. That's a positive. Damage increased. Conjuration of Light baseline and Battlegrounds and Rite of Exile. The duration of the immunity effect from Conjuration of Light will be reduced by 50% each time a player receives the buff, again within 20 seconds. First 100, second 50, third 25. Damn. Okay, so it literally just cuts it in half each time. This is a huge nerf because honestly, if you have more than like 3 Crusaders, they can just push the idols straight up the lane. Like they can just keep spamming it, and it gets really frustrating. You just have to wait it out and like wait. And by that time, like they're still doing damage to you. Crusaders are no like weak class. So this makes sense to me. Again, it's only in Battlegrounds and Rite of Exile, so I totally support that. I'm sure a lot of Crusaders are probably pissed, but this makes sense that if you can't just spam the same buff on someone over and over again. Hail Pilgrim Drawn Quarter duration knockback immunity has been reduced across all mastery levels from 3 to 2.5. Okay, so this is reducing the immunity that you have from knockback by 0.5 in most cases, some differences. And then Falling Sword damage reduced by 15% each time an instance of damage is resolved. An enemy will be damaged at most once. Again, that makes sense. I think this is the newer Falling Sword one that just sort of spams it by itself. I could be wrong there. Don't quote me on that. Oh, no. Yeah. Okay, I think so. Air Splitter, Falling Sword cooldown reduced from 9 to 6 seconds. Damage increased by 15%. That's a buff, and then a nerf to this one. So just adjusting the essences to probably make them a little bit more straightforward. So a nerf to, I was wrong, not a nerf to Barbarian, a nerf to Blood Knight and Crusader. Barbarian was actually buffed. Very interesting. What else do we have? Gauntlet boss rotation. You'll now be able to collect first kill rewards before Heliquary Gauntlet bosses are rotated out. Stay tuned for the notice letting you know when to claim your rewards from before Gauntlet rotation. Okay. TLDR on the shadow rotation or shadow assembly. Basically, you can keep them in your mailbox, but if the rain changes, typically you would lose that if you didn't collect it, which is a problem for a lot of people. But now you can collect it, but just the shadow points you get would not do much for you. It would, but then you would lose it. So now it just won't do anything if you have shadow points and you become immortal or go into another shadow rain sort of thing. Rotating achievements. So they're getting rid of some of the achievements. Looks like it retires on 5/23. So if you wanted to get these, make sure you do them right now. So this is beating certain bosses within Hell 4 in under 2 minutes. Or I'm sorry, Hell 5 in under 2 minutes. So go beat all these bosses in Hell 5 in under 2 minutes, and you'll get some rewards that you won't be able to get back ever again. So do that. Region-specific game additions, auto battle picture-in-picture feature has been added only on Android. If you remember, they did add a auto battle where you can literally just set your character up and just basically farm by itself, but only on the China version of the game. Well, this is now allowing you to do picture-in-picture for Android devices only. So basically, you can have a YouTube video up or my stream, which I do stream Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, starting at 9:30. If you're on the Chinese server, you can then be auto playing and then watching something else on your phone at the same time. That's what picture-in-picture means, is that you literally have like a pop out of the game. That last time they mentioned this, it says that we will not be getting it. It kind of sucks that they get that benefit and we don't, but it is what it is. Now, let's talk about what we just got on Twitter. Let's go to here and then. All right, so this is the new post. So it says, tomorrow the storm will be unleashed. Stay tuned for the big announcement on our blog. Are you ready? Oh boy, look at that. That is such a tempest, right? I mean, what is that? That is a straight up human being pulling a boat. Basically, it looks like. Super sick looking. Okay, very cool. I'm super hyped about this. So I will be busy when you see this. When you see this video, will be posted in the morning. This update will probably be coming around up at the same time. I will post a community post about it. If I have time later in the day, I will make a video if I can. But I have some things going up this week that I can't change, and some exciting stuff too. But tomorrow I have work. I have haircut, work, and then I have soccer, and then I have a very busy day basically. So I don't know if I'll be getting a good update video to you guys. You guys have so many other content creators that will be able to update you. I'm sure tomorrow. I'm sure Echo will have it on the cuff ready to go, as well as many others. So I'm sorry that I can't make a new video tomorrow, but this will be the one that goes up tomorrow. And this is just tweeted out as I was recording this at 3 p.m. on May 6th. So you know when I recorded the video. So anything past this is, you know, outside of mine being able to record it. So super hyped for the Tempest announcement tomorrow. Hopefully they tell us when it comes. By the time you see this video, you probably know before I do. So until next time, guys, I hope to see you in a video soon. And let's get some Tempest spam in the chat, because I'm so excited for it, man.